Hello and welcome to my long overdue Borderlands 4 deep dive trailer reaction. I was gonna do this back when the trailer came out, but some stuff came up so I skipped it. But people keep asking me what I think about it, so here's some low effort reaction content to answer those burning questions. Now, if you recall, my main complaint with the initial Borderlands 4 reveal was that all the media kit assets sucked for making YouTube thumbnails, but I am happy to report that this time around the media kit is much better. We got these character PNGs and the screenshots have good poses, and it's a big improvement, so good job Gearbox. In the rest of this video, I am reacting to the Borderlands 4 deep dive trailer and to the PAX East panel they just did yesterday, which, spoilers, does feature some Randy magic. And if you're a newer subscriber wondering why I care about Borderlands 4, it's because this channel actually started out as a Borderlands channel, so it's kinda in my YouTuber blood to care about the Borderlands franchise, which can be unfortunate at times, but Borderlands 4 does look kinda good. Or does it? I guess it's time to roll that trailer and find out. Let's see it.
Heyo!
Look, it's the Shroud of Turin.
I'm Randy Pitchford, founder of Gearbox Entertainment.
Hi, Randy.
Today, we're giving you our deepest look yet at Borderlands 4. All the excitement, loot.
I watched this the day it was uploaded and then never again, so I pretty much forgot it. So this is kind of like I'm watching it for the first time.
And gnarly carnage, all
Gnarly
running
carnage.
on PlayStation 5 Pro.
Gnarly. Okay, so rocket launchers are in the game.
Since creating
That guy has a green shirt. That's confirmed. Green shirt's confirmed.
the looter-shooter genre nearly 16 years ago, we've continued to refine the formula, delivering better loot, greater freedom, and endless mayhem.
Endless
With
mayhem.
Borderlands 4, we've pushed things even further.
This is hands down our best
Without music, it's very depressing.
Borderlands ever.
The music
All new
makes the trailer a
movement,
lot better.
Abilities, bigger and badder enemies, and a brand new planet. All in service of making you feel like a total badass.
It's
Yeah.
the perfect entry point for new players with incredible
So if you're like me and the only thing you wondered after watching this trailer is what's up with their amphitheater, it looks very uncomfortable. It is a bunch of wooden stairs / like bleacher type arrangement where they sit on those wooden stairs for company meetings, but usually there's padding on the wooden stairs because I went and looked up on Glassdoor images of Gearbox software interior, and usually there's like pads you can sit down on so it's more comfortable. But for this shot, they removed all the comfortable pads because I was under the impression that the Gearbox employees had very uncomfortable seats for all hands on deck meetings. But fortunately, the seating is a little bit more comfortable, but it's not as good as Todd though. If you've seen the Bethesda documentaries, Todd Howard's gaming amphitheater is insane. They got like chairs, dude. Gearbox has like wood. They don't even have
point
chairs.
for new players with incredible new places and a great story. And
See, that's what I cared about. Now let's watch the game, I guess.
for our longtime Borderlands fans, we're throwing back to our more grounded tone while
Yeah,
pushing
grounded
gameplay
tone.
ahead further than ever before.
I will appreciate the grounded tone. I think that they probably heard the feedback that Borderlands 3 was too much. Like, it's just too much, guys. You gotta dial it down. So it sounds like they're gonna dial it down, which I appreciate. Borderlands 1 is the best one, so if they make it more like that, I'll be happy.
This is the culmination of years of hard work from my teammates across the Gearbox studios. So enough talk, let's get it.
Enough talk to
This is Borderlands 4.
Time for Hawk Tua. Randy, you better put Hawk Tua in your game. Don't be a coward. Please put Hawk Tua in your game or I won't buy it. Actually, I still will buy it. Look at that red guy. That's a cool red guy. Hang on. Trailer Analysis? Wow. That could be Private Jessup of the future. Maybe he's like a new red guy of Atlas. Or probably he's not. He got blowed up. Dude, I like how the Timekeeper's forces, they have nectar from haze. Like, they have honeycombs. And they spit out nectar from haze when they die. So nectar from haze is the bad guy. This is a game for real meat eaters. Carnivore, real meat eater type game. In a world where dinosaurs died a long time ago and things are
Borderlands is
blue.
an unforgiving sci-fi universe where life is cheap.
That's how you know things have gone to hell, when the barrel's on fire. That's the telltale sign.
And guns are plentiful. You play as a vault hunter.
So they realized on the first reveal that everybody said this guy sucked, and so they just made his new default be having a robot head, which is funny. They took one of like the crappy gang you fight in Starfield, they took one of their robot heads and put them on him. So now he's a robot guy, which is much better than being a generic guy who sucks. And this guy, they made his default color scheme be more like Shadow the Hedgehog instead of nothing. Because before it was a bunch of just like bleh type colors. And now he's like an emo guy, which I think is better. And I don't think they changed these two. They gave her different glasses. She didn't have weird goggles. These could just be skins. I don't know if these are like the default marketing appearances now. Like in every image will they look like this? I'm not sure. But they definitely improved the robot guy and him if these are their new default colors.
A badass mercenary with powerful abilities called action skills.
Today I'm playing as Vex, our new siren. She wields supernatural phase energy to devastating effect.
Yeah, they blow up into yellow goo. I do like that. That's a good feature,
She can use
man.
that energy to empower herself or channel it to conjure deadly
Yeah, the question is, are those the changes to the character's skins or are they like the new default look? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
minions that fight alongside her.
They did put them in the deep dive trailer, so maybe it is their new default look. And they have like a little pre-rendered thing later where the guy has the robot helmet on. I gotta pay attention to the other guy.
And because
To see if
everything's
he's,
better
like,
in co-op,
red.
I'm joining as Rafa, a former TDR soldier who wears an experimental exosuit. He can digistruct an arsenal of weapons, like the razor-sharp arc knives.
I kind of want to be
Two of our
him.
4 new Vault Hunters that you can play at launch.
Borderlands 4 takes place on Kairos, an all-new planet steeped in conflict.
They're steep, dude.
For thousands of years, the Timekeeper kept the planet hidden, controlling its inhabitants with bolts, cybernetic implants fused to their spines. Anyone who stepped out of line was brutally crushed by his
Oh, no.
army of synthetic soldiers
The synthetic soldiers captured Dr. Science.
known as the Order.
I guess there's not a Tannis this time. I guess there's a different Dr. Science. Wow.
That
Cairo?
is until
The
6
planet
years
of
ago when
Cairo?
Alpha showed up. This rogue moon was teleported away from Pandora at the end of Borderlands 3
I thought she blew it up. I didn't know that she teleported it. I thought it got blown up like a Death Star.
by the legendary Vault Hunter Lilith. When it reappeared across the galaxy, it crashed into the protective veil around Kairos. The results were devastating. A planet-wide cataclysmic event that disrupted the Timekeeper's perfect order.
That's kind of the plot of Ace Combat, where like a meteor blew everything up and now there's a big war. So, could they possibly have Mobius 1 in this game?
Now people all across
Oh, he stabbed
Kairos
that
have
robot.
started rising up.
Look at that
Some
revolution.
even ripping out their bolts. And chunks of their brain along with it. That's the situation.
Borderlands
our
4
Vault
and
Hunters have
Strange
crash
Real
landed into.
confirmed? I wish.
A planet ready to explode, and you're the spark. As you explore,
Look, it's the
you'll meet a
Estovakians.
cast of
Is that Mon Mothma's wedding? Is this from Andorian? That looks like it's from Star Wars Andor.
explore. You'll meet a cast of incredible characters.
Like that guy. And the Mara from Borderlands.
Fan favorites return, like Zane and Moxie.
Wow. Incredible. How's the hamburger looking? What's the hamburger called? Oh, it's a barcode. The hamburger graphics will be very important, so they should really work on improving those.
You'll also meet new friends like Rush.
And as always, Claptrap is along for the ride.
He has like a Spider-Man eye now. His eye is like red and black like Spider-Man now. What the heck? It didn't used to be like that, did it? I don't know.
Along for the ride.
I try not to listen to him.
Last but not
Or
least
ever
is
look at
Echo
him.
4. This helpful drone follows you everywhere, hacking order tech, scanning the environment, and helping guide you to objectives. But enough of all that.
Snow
Let's get into
time.
the game.
I like a snowy landscape. I wonder if they'll have the ice look like it did in Borderlands 2, because the Borderlands 2 ice looks really cool. Pun intended.
Thanks to our improved lobby system,
All right,
it's
lobby.
easier than ever to join up with your friends on the fly.
Do I notice anything that I hate on this screen? Not immediately. That's good. Is it going to go, a Siren warrior from Partali? Will it do that again? I hope it does. That was the funniest part of 3.
And with full crossplay at launch, you can play with your friends on any
A
platform.
robotic beast,
Today,
a
we're
robotic
venturing
beast
into
master.
Terminus Range, a frigid, mountainous region.
This is just one of the 4 zones on Kairos that you can seamlessly explore.
4 zones? What does that mean? What does there's 4 zones mean?
There's next to no loading time, just endless looting and shooting mayhem.
I wonder what that could mean. There's
For our current mission,
there's a no loading time world, but there's still zones. I guess, are they like story zones? Like do the snow level last or something?
we need to break into a secret black site located deep in the
The gun looks cool.
mountains. One of the Timekeeper's generals, Vile Lichter, has been conducting grotesque experiments.
That's a good
on
name for a
locals.
bad guy, like
It's
Vile
up to us
Lictor.
to stop him.
Don't do it.
All right, let's get
Don't do it. I know what she's about to do. Don't you dare.
moving.
Don't you dare.
Here I'm using Glide, one of our new movement abilities.
Okay, yeah, they do have a glider.
Along with Dash
And they also have, you can Uncharted climb up the wall, yay. But it's not really Uncharted climbing because you just run up the wall. It's not you have to sit there and wait while Nathan Drake jumps back and forth. It's not as bad as it could be.
double jump, climbing, and point grapple, these make getting around more fun and add a ton of utility to combat.
Gliding is fun, climbing is not fun.
As you traverse, you'll uncover a
Spoilers for Expedition 33. Close your eyes if you don't want to hear. Close your eyes. Close your ears for like 10 seconds. In that game, they have Uncharted climbing. And the lore excuse for why there's Uncharted climbing is so dumb. It made me laugh. I couldn't believe that they had a lore excuse for why Uncharted climbing is in that game. That's a good game, by the way. Play that game.
vast and beautiful world.
Pretty good one.
And to bring Kairos to life, we've introduced dynamic weather and events.
Wow,
so
dynamic.
You constantly have new things to discover.
There's also plenty of local wildlife to contend with, like these Cratch, flying beasts who
Yeah, the thing is they have grapple. What I don't understand, also Expedition 33 is like this as well. They have grapple where you grapple to the set. It's not like free grapple. You grapple to a set point and then it pulls you up. So why is every single wall that you run up like this, why are those not grapples? Why are those not you hit LB and you go up them instantly? Why do you waste my time walking up that? I just don't get it. You have a better solution. Just please use it.
There's also plenty of local wildlife to
Like imagine, like this is so awkward because it's like right in your face. If you just hit LB and grappled up that, it'd be fine.
contend with, like these Cratch,
I don't
flying
understand.
beasts who attack in flocks.
I just don't get it. Take that, Cratch. I'm the hero of Kvatch.
Here we've come across a silo, one of several new activities in Borderlands 4.
You'll naturally discover short gameplay experiences like this all across Kairos. There's no need to pick up a mission first. These are auto-granted and tracked on your HUD.
Good luck, IGN. I feel bad for the guy that's got to write the IGN ad farm wiki for this one.
House old,
RIP fandom wiki editors. Have fun tracking these down.
decommissioned order tech that you
Mouse on screen? Yeah, it is.
can hijack
It's Adobe Premiere.
the Crimson Resistance.
Gotta be on the
With the
screen.
help of Echo 4, we'll hack into their network and release the communications balloon.
I put it in the middle. It's like I'm really playing the game. Is that better? Is that much more distracting? Wow, they activated a guy.
Now that we're in charge,
Hi,
we
robot.
can fast travel to the silo. And as a bonus,
Okay, so they have a world map, but it's like an illustrated world map, right? That looks like it's like a artist rendition. It doesn't look like it's just a zoom out view of the 3D world. Or maybe it is and it's not high resolution enough to tell. I don't know.
it's revealed the approximate location of a vault key fragment.
Because the Baldur's Gate 3 world map is drawn like a 5e module map, which is a nice touch. But I would have preferred it to just look like a normal map,
You can
honestly.
collect these fragments to unlock a hidden vault.
To just make it a
A
render.
high-level dungeon with challenging combat and serious loot.
Hang on, what's the med machine? Is that Dr. Zed? Yeah, still Zed. Zed confirmed. Marcus Munitions confirmed. Robot guy, Rafa
Let's
confirmed.
get after it.
Let's get after it. Yeah, it's still got the same art style as 3. 3 is pretty much as far as you can go fidelity-wise with that art style, because when this trailer dropped, people were like, it looks the same as 3. It's like, yeah, because they kind of reached the end game of how good that can look. And honestly, the more realistic lighting they add, the worse it looks, in my opinion. They should make the lighting more stylized.
Another nice thing about silos is you can zip line up and take off.
Like that. Why is that not in place of every single climbing segment in the whole game? I just don't understand.
And if that's not fast enough for you, you can always pull out your personal vehicle. and
Yeah,
get
my
you
car.
rolling. Just hop on, hit boost, and get rolling.
You can customize the body, paint job, and even how it handles.
And because this is Borderlands,
Her coat looks dumb when she's running around, but on the car, her coat looks cool. So she's really a car-focused character, I think.
you best believe it has guns.
As you traverse, you'll encounter a host of dynamic events. From order patrols to world bosses, there's always something to shoot and loot.
Take out the senior mangler. He was gonna mangle you. You received a vault signal. Check your map to see the area it's coming
All
from.
right, we're coming up on an order outpost. Let's see the new movement abilities in action.
Cryogenic,
Chaining our
badass eradication armature.
abilities together
He's a cool robot.
makes combat more dynamic than ever.
I like how the bad guys are triangles.
You can
Triangles is a good shape for evil.
dash in and out of melee attacks, dodge projectiles,
Movement
or
is back.
quickly reposition to gain an advantage.
Look at that movement, dude. Wow. Look out, it's the bulkhead. That guy could totally slam the ground in beat with the song. That would go crazy in a trailer, which I think they did do that. Yeah, I'm a fan of the yellow guys. I like them. They got a good vibe, and they blow up into yellow goo.
Now I know that there's a vault fragment around
Yeah, that really looks like an illustrated map and not like a render of the area.
here somewhere. But we've got a mission to get back to. Let's pull out Echo 4 to show us where to go.
Dead Space floor line. Ooh, ooh. Do I see the Dead Space floor line in Borderlands? Oh my God, Randy. My prayers are answered. No mini-map, Randy, but we got Dead Space floor line. Oh my God.
We're meeting
I've never been more excited for a feature in my life than Dead Space floor line in Borderlands.
up with none other than
Because I always forget where to go.
the Tigra Partali herself, Amara.
That's awesome.
She's
Oh,
a
but it went
former
away.
vault hunter
Turn it back
and
on.
exotic
Come
pet
on.
sitter from Borderlands 3. She came to Kairos in search of Lilith and is now helping us take down the Timekeeper.
See, watch. This right here. That. Why is every climb not that? Why do you even have metal walls I can walk on? Maybe they'll like chain them together as part of a platforming and air quotes challenge? But that's not what this game is about, so don't even bother making those, but they probably will have them.
Don't you whine at me, Hermes. We'll play in a moment, huh? Ugh, you agreed to pet sit for a few weeks, and the next...
Yeah, the story is they're trying to find Lilith, which sucks. I don't want to find her. I want to, like, the evil bad guy, sure, I'll blow him up with a gun. But I really don't want to find Lilith, so it's very demotivating that the arc of the story is we gotta find her, guys. Can we not? I'm gonna go do the open world content. I don't want to find her. You guys can have fun with that.
You know you're having full conversations.
You go find her, Amara. I don't really care.
You don't use security like that unless you've got something to hide. This must be the path to the black side.
Agreed. But if Lilith is on the other side, I don't mind some property destruction.
I do. That's illegal.
Ooh, your specialty. Please, be my guest.
Why is there still awkward pause between the dialogue? Why can't we just not have that? Is that Salacious Crumb? Amara has a Salacious Crumb dog now? Watch out for R2-D2s, dude. We'll get zapped.
Come, let's throw some light on this black site of his.
That ice does not look as cool as the Borderlands 2 ice, man. Because if you know what I'm thinking, if you know the Borderlands 2 ice, you know how that looks like cool ice. And somebody made that whole video about how the Borderlands 2 ice shader is technically malfunctioning and doesn't work, but it looks cool. That looks like cliffhanger ice. That's what Soap climbs on. I don't know.
This place is crawling with creeps. Clear them out.
Co-op has always been at the heart of Borderlands, and we put a ton of work into making it better than ever. Our improved lobby was just the start. You can also set your own campaign difficulty independently of the rest of the party.
Nice.
This way, everyone can tune the experience to their liking.
I can put it on baby mode, and my friends that want to actually try can put it on actually try mode, and we can still all have fun.
And you don't have to worry about loot ninjas stealing your drops, as loot is always instanced
I don't like that.
for each player.
I don't like that, actually. I like having people steal drops. I think that's like part of the core appeal. People don't want to admit that makes it more fun, but it really does. Like, having instance loot for each player is lame. It's way more fun when the legendary drops and one guy grabs it and everyone's like, dude, I wanted that one. That's way more entertaining.
Plus,
Maybe not fun, but it is more entertaining.
if you ever get split up, you can
I think instant loot is lame, but people that I played Borderlands previous with liked it because they're like, oh, great, now you won't steal all the legendary guns. And I was like, no, crap. Now I can't steal all the legendary guns. So your mileage may vary with that one. But personally, I don't like that change.
easily fast travel to your friends.
And 2-player
Honeycomb
split screen
creep.
returns so you can enjoy couch co-op. Regardless of how you play, we just want you to be able to hang with your buddies and have a great time.
What the hell is that?
It's Tim. Look out. He's gonna have a crazy custom drop, probably.
Everyone else heard the talking creep, right?
Tim feels like the product of Lictor's twisted mind. Another of his experiments. If he's doing this to creeps, I
The
shudder
product
to
of his
think
twisted
what he's doing
mind.
to Lilith. We need to get inside. That air vent. Let's check it out. Hermes is really creeped out in here. Not me, obviously. Hermes.
Now that
Grounded
we're
tone,
on the black
Amar.
side,
Come on, Amar. Grounded tone. You're getting a little ungrounded there.
let's take a moment to talk
Keep it
about
grounded.
loot.
Keep it grounded.
In Borderlands 4, each piece of gear comes from one of 8 manufacturers with their own characteristics
All right, here's the UI. Do I like it? I don't know. Where's the backpack? Show me the backpack. That's like the equipped.
and
Stuff.
trademarks. There's Jacob.
Oh, sorry. No backpack for me. Maybe
with
later.
friendly black powder weapons. The elemental expertise of Maliwan. Vladoff, who solve lower accuracy with more bullets. The toss to reload Tedior. Or Torg with explosions! We also have 3 new ones. The
Order.
with powerful charge and release blast. Fully auto rippers.
The Ripper.
And the reliable, easy-to-use Daedalus, which can use multiple ammo types.
That looks kind of fun.
But that's just the start. We've introduced an all-new licensed parts system. This allows for behaviors and abilities from multiple manufacturers to spawn in a single weapon. For instance, this Vladoff assault rifle features a Torg mag, Hyperion shield, and a Maliwan elemental switch,
Good.
meaning it shoots fast and explodes things. The higher the rarity, the more parts that can randomly spawn, creating wilder and wilder loot.
And that's before even getting into alt-fire modes, underbarrels,
Look, gun with leg.
elemental damage.
Remember him? I remember him.
The possibilities are truly endless.
To support playing
All right, what do we got here? Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 available at once, which is pretty good. I think they could probably make those all be half size and they could fit even more on the screen at once. Because I just don't want to scroll all day, you know what I'm saying? They could just I always like with the inventory, they can always just not have the guy there. Like if you just get rid of the guy, the backpack and the equip has so much more space. I never, because people are like, oh, I want to see my cosmetic, I guess. I guess that's the reason the guy is there. But I always say in like games, the UIs like this, get rid of the guy and just have the backpack be the whole screen.
with your favorite
Well, hang on, this is the equipment tab. Hang on, maybe the backpack tab does do that.
manufacturer, we've added enhancements.
We gotta
This
wait
new
and see.
type of gear replaces artifacts and provides bonuses to specific manufacturers.
No, show me the backpack. That's what I want to see.
Current enhancement. It adds a kill
Come on, pre-recorded video from a week ago. Come on.
bonus to all guns
Give me
with
what I
Daedalus
want.
parts, along with more reload speed and critical damage. This lets you min-max your build around your favorite manufacturer, immediately turning just okay guns into amazing weapons.
Finally, we've heard your feedback, and we've overhauled our drop rates and loot across the game.
Good.
We've worked hard to make sure all our gear feels better than ever, while also making rarity matter again. This makes for our most satisfying loot chase ever. And at the top of everything are legendaries. These have always had unique effects that you won't find on any other piece of gear. But in Borderlands 3, they drop too often.
Yeah, they did.
This not only devalued legendaries, it made everything feel less valuable. In our new system, not only do all guns feel great, but now legendaries will truly be special events.
Good. They made legendaries rare again, which I extremely approve of 10 million%. They got floor-lined and rare orange guns. This could be pretty good. Maybe Randy cooked.
We've added the magic back to our loot chase, and we know you'll love grinding all that great gear on Kairos.
But let's get back to combat so I can show you my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Ordnance. This is the new gear slot for grenades and heavy weapons like rocket launchers.
Okay, so rocket launchers is ordnance now.
Is this the welcome play then?
Instead of taking up a gun slot and ammo, Ordnance now has cooldown timers. No more saving the big guns for boss fights. Now you can blow stuff up as often as you want.
You leveled up.
Before
You're
we
level
go further,
25.
let's talk a little.
This is pretty far into the game then, level 25. Is this the exploitation preserve of Borderlands 4? I haven't heard like Dr. Vile Evil or whatever his name is on the radio saying, I'm so evil. So maybe he is more grounded.
Little bit about action skills. Every Vault Hunter has a
Show the backpack, cowards.
set of 3 unique action skills.
Yeah, that's a skill
These
tree.
are
That's fine.
class-defining abilities with devastating effects. Up until now, I'd been using Incarnate to deliver powerful phase blasts. But let's switch it up to Phase Familiar and pull out Trouble. As you can see, each action skill has its own branching skill tree, giving you more build freedom than ever before.
A lot of skill.
On top of passive skills, you can further customize action skills with augments and capstones. These are socketed enhancements that add new behaviors and functions to your action skill.
I'm not gonna lie, I got no idea about Borderlands builds. I just pick whichever action skill looks fun and use it. But there's a lot of crap on that tree, which means at least some of it will be interesting. So that's good.
Different builds completely change how combat plays out.
As long as there's more than just like, oh, you got 5 more shields. But only in Borderlands 1 was it that. In Borderlands 2, they made the skill tree as good. Because in Borderlands 1, it was like, you do 5% more damage, and that sucks. But then they made all of the skills different. So hopefully these are even more different skills, and there's not like 5% shields is one of them. They might have a few of those, but I have confidence that they can come up with enough individual unique skills.
Resulting in
They've had enough time to think them up.
freedom to experiment.
Trouble gains, oh yeah, that's got like a whole paragraph, dude. You need like a whole wiki to understand how that works.
You can swap unlock augments or capstones on the fly, or completely respec your skill trees at hubs around Kairos.
This gives us a chance to talk about traits. Each Vault Hunter has a unique passive ability called a trait. For Vex, her action skills attune to the element of her equipped weapon.
Does she
by
have them
swapping
all at her
guns,
disposal?
I can change Trouble's damage from kinetic to shock, fire, or any other elemental type.
And also, you can pet the cat.
No, you can't. They said that, but they lied. Look, the prompt is square for pet.
Type.
That did not pet. The character needs to have a petting animation. Don't you know? The first person hand has to pat the head of the cat. It can't just like lick its paw.
And also,
That does not count, Randy.
you can pet the cat.
No, you can't.
Dead end. Or is it? Let's see
How
where
dare
this
they.
event takes us.
How dare they lie about this critical feature?
God.
That looks like Dolman. Dude. That right there, that's a Dolman screenshot. You throw a little blur on that, put an Unreal Engine default guy, that's Dolman.
God. Are those test tubes?
Alright, yeah, kill these guys. Take that, broccoli. That was a broccoli monster. That guy's a creep. He's a monster. That gun's kind of cool. See, this is where you really would want a minimap. You desperately would want a minimap right now to see where these stupid little spider guys are, so you can just kill them and get on with it.
I'm down. But thankfully, our fight for your life mechanic makes a return.
It's back.
Of course, I could have avoided it in the first place if I had just used my rep kit. This new piece of gear provides health and other buffs, like temporarily boosting
Looks like a Nerf gun.
my elemental damage, rate of fire, or movement speed.
I'm almost afraid to ask what's in the tube.
Ugh, look at these guys. Are those crystals growing out of them?
By the way, if you're looking to experience the story again
And who isn't?
or just grind for loot, we've added full mission and boss replay.
Nice.
That's right, no more save loading to run bosses.
That's good.
Now you can return to the arena and use Moxie's big encore machine to spawn another run.
That's nice. Hopefully it won't cost Iridium. That would suck.
But we'll talk more about endgame later. For now, let's jump ahead and show you
Let's go fight Elden Ring.
something truly badass.
Look, it's Elden Ring,
In
guys.
Borderlands 4, our bosses are bigger
It's
and better
Estelle
than
of the
ever,
Void.
putting all your new skills, gear, and abilities to the ultimate test.
Look out. Jump. Whoa.
Whoa, 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 spoilers. That's enough of that for now.
Yeah, show the
But we look forward
backpack.
to showing you
Did they
much
show the
more this
backpack ever?
June at our first hands-on gameplay
Am I
event.
dumb? Did I miss it? Hang on, that guy he was red. He was red like Shadow in that one. You see, there's the Gearbox Amphitheater. This camera angle makes it look way bigger than it is. It's not that big, because again, I looked at a bunch of pictures of it online. But there usually is pads on these wooden things that you can sit on, which is nice. Because I was afraid they had to sit on those with no padding during meetings, and that would be like torture. And there is a bottle of the bottle shape is Pepsi. Thankfully, the Pepsi logo is mostly turned around, so there's not quite a Pepsi logo in your trailer. So that's good. You won't get sued by Pepsi, but you're on thin ice, Randy. Better move that leg over. Better block that Pepsi bottle.
And from everyone at Gearbox,
Come on. A little bit
thank you
more.
for joining us.
A little bit more. Ah, exposed. Gearbox exposed as Pepsi drinkers. What kind of Pepsi do you think it was? Diet Pepsi? Cherry Pepsi? No caffeine Pepsi? Regular Pepsi even? Could be. Maybe something from the Pepsi family of products. Hang on, was there... I was talking about Pepsi. Was there any shots of the Vault Hunters in that little compilation they had? Yeah, he was red in that one. I'm wondering if the Vault Hunter, if the Viking guy is now Shadow the Hedgehog as his default colors, that is better. I just don't know if that's default though. Borderlands 4 is coming on September 12th. Go buy it. They never showed the backpack tab, but the equipment tab is the one you're going to be on, so I guess that's fine. I guess the backpack probably will show everything, and the equipment tab shows your equipment as well. But I still think you just get rid of the guy, you move this to where the guy is, and then the entire backpack could be displayed with some smaller icons, because the backpack tab probably will show you everything you have. And when you switch to this, you got to scroll down, which is dumb. But that's my only complaint. And also, I should get sponsored by Butterfingers. I'm going to complain about that too. Sponsor me, Candy Bar. Who's ready for an epic reaction to the Randy Pitchford Borderlands panel? I'm hoping there will be a Randy magic trick.
They're $25, man. Just do it.
We're joining in the middle of it because he was talking about Risk of Rain, and I don't care about that at all.
It's freaking great.
I'm only here
addicted
for
to this
Randy
game,
Magic.
This humble little thing that just, and there's like 10 million people that have jumped on. If you haven't tried it yet, you owe it to yourself to check it out. It's freaking awesome. I freaking love it. And I'm here right now with you guys. We're here together.
Amazing.
And I get to talk about Borderlands 4.
Does he have a 4 on his
Reiner,
jacket?
how's your PAX?
I'm having an absolute blast. I love this show. PAX
It's
is one of the
best.
best shows. I've been going to
Reiner,
video game
didn't you
shows
hear?
since 1994.
Reiner, didn't you hear Game Informer is back? They resurrected Game Informer. You don't have to work for Randy anymore. You can go back to being a Game Informer, Reiner.
Talk games with all of you and
Oh.
seeing all the cosplay. Look
Look,
at this
there it
front
is.
row.
Look at this front row that we can't see. Oh, what happened?
I'll let you guys get to it. Have a
This
great
is the official Gearbox channel VOD replay, by the way.
All right.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Oh, look, there they are. Wow.
Are we doing
We
this?
have
Amazing.
most of the Vault Hunters here. This is great.
They should have had
holy
me on the
shit. Look
OBS,
at that.
dude.
Guys
Oh my
over
God, you
here.
guys look amazing.
This is trouble over here.
I want some photos with you guys later. Is that cool? Awesome. awesome.
No, it's not
Hell
cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Should
All
we
right,
get
let's
to it?
do it. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So
Who
just
got-
I
a
would've
little
liked to
table
see the
setting here.
cosplays.
You know, we recently released the PlayStation State of Play Showcase. Deep dive, 20 minutes, giving you a primer of what the game is. Today, we're going to go a little deeper into the game and kind of show you some of the things you've been asking questions about. I actually have community questions that I got online that we'll be asking as we go about this. But it's not.
He has a
just gonna be Randy
huge
and me
stack of
talking
cards.
today.
That's so many
We
cards.
have developers from Gearbox here. The team's hard at work on the game right now, but they took some time to answer your questions and be here with you today. So please give a warm, loud welcome to April Johnson, our Associate Narrative Director.
All right.
Nick Thurston, Lead Game Designer.
All right. Woo!
And Grant Cow, Associate Creative Director.
All right, associate.
You guys ready?
We're so
Answer some
Are you
questions.
guys ready?
Answer the pre-written questions for me,
Dude,
Randy.
Okay, before, we moved the date up. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
When does that ever happen?
When GTA 6
Everybody's
gets
like,
delayed.
Oh, yeah, GTA
That's when it
6.
happens.
Like, dude,
Yes.
we had no idea. We discovered when you guys did. That's
What?
We've got this, you guys. This game is in great shape.
You have to edit the trailer.
Cooking.
Did the trailer come out without them? And they were like, what? Oh, there it is, the 4. They're cooking.
Yeah, baby.
All right, sorry, Reiner. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question
Okay,
first,
okay,
Randy. So, yeah, stay on the edge of your seat here. This is an intense question. No, you've been involved with every Gearbox release so far.
Yeah.
That's every Borderlands game, of course. Brothers in Arms.
Yeah.
You even worked on like Half-Life game, Duke Nukem. You've seen it all. You've done it all. How do you feel at this moment in time where we're at with Borderlands?
He's going to say it's badass.
It's pretty good. We're on offense, you guys. Look, sometimes we're like white knuckling to the landing, you know. And look, we got a lot of work to do. We're working our asses off, but the momentum
Who's on like the
is
OBS
insane,
for this?
the
They're doing a
velocity
weird
is
job.
insane.
Why was it
I don't
zoomed out
think
until
we've
now?
Never been in a better spot this far from launch as we are right now with Borderlands 4, and I'm really, really stoked because I kind of need a game like this right now. You know, I kind of need this, so I'm stoked to play it. I just can't wait to get it done so we can all play together. You guys want to play together?
Why is his coat an oil spill? Why does he have an oil spill suit on?
So let's go back to the end of Borderlands 3, kind of connect the dots.
Don't light a
Just
fire
spend
near
few
him.
Seconds before we get to the new
He'll go up in
setting the
flames.
Story, Randy. Lilith teleported Elpis away. Why did she do that? What was the purpose of that?
Because she realized she sucked and she
with
wanted
the
to
numbered
die.
Sequels, we're on a continuum with a story, and at the end of Borderlands 3, everything that we knew was at stake. Pandora itself, the planet that everybody lived on, was a vault, and the moon of Elpis was the key. And if the key went into the vault, Lilith and all of her friends would die.
Oh no.
So
If only they had a
she
spaceship
effectively
that could
sacrificed
fly
herself
away
to save
from it.
everyone,
They don't. Do they even have any friends on Pandora still? Don't they? Didn't they all get on the spaceship and leave?
Now we know it went to this other place.
I guess there's
outside the
Roland's
galaxy.
Rest. The citizens of Roland Rest have to be saved. Just get them on the ship, and then we don't
This is
care
a
if Pandora
community
dies.
question that I saw online. Where are the rest of the Crimson Raiders?
Yeah, where'd they
So the rest
go?
of the
Where's
Crimson
Private
Raiders,
Jessup? Where's
they
Private
just
Jessup?
cannot give up on Lilith. There's always this hope for them. So they have split up trying to find her throughout the galaxy.
They should give up.
So we haven't seen the end of them, but we're going to get to visit with some of them.
They should not try to find her.
And,
That's my
we know
advice.
the Timekeeper is our big bad in Borderlands 4.
Boy, howdy.
He's Handsome Jack.
And he rules Kairos with an iron fist, or a golden fist, but we don't know much about him, his motivations. Can you walk us through? who
So
the
how is he
Timekeeper
Handsome Jack? How
So
did
the
Handsome Jack come
Timekeeper
back?
Wants everything under control. He doesn't want anything to deviate from his vision of what Kairos needs to be. And to maintain that control, he does what, you're going to do, which is planet-wide propaganda, outlawing vault hunting, doesn't want anything to do with vault hunting.
Guy with a haze helmet?
If you're going to do
I like
it,
that
you might
haze
as well
helmet
have a
robot. He's gonna be
massive,
fun.
Unyielding army, which is our Order army. And then
Is he on
you could get
TikTok?
cybernetic implants,
Probably not.
put that in
I feel like the
everybody's neck,
Timekeeper would hate
and,
TikTok. It's not very order.
Control them into submission.
That's pretty chaotic.
So yeah, he holds Kairos very tightly, and he is clever and he is calculating. But when Elpis comes in and is basically like knocking on the door of the Veil of Kairos,
Very rudely. I'll put
very
it, yeah.
rudely, we might see the timekeeper struggling to maintain that control. And, you know, you get a couple of vault hunters involved.
The dude's had it locked down for like thousands of years.
Thousands.
And suddenly, you know, some punk ass vault hunters show up and wreck his shit. He's not cool with that.
So what's happening on the surface now that Elpis is here?
So now
Robots are fighting everybody. Borderlands bandits are here somehow. Somehow Borderlands psychos spawned on the planet. That's what happens.
And so when Elpis comes in, I mean, these people see the stars, like the reality of the stars for the first time. And they start to go, what if there's more? And of course, there's always the first. So someone took the risk of ripping the bolt out of their spine and out of their neck and encouraged everyone to seek that same freedom. Now, the risk of that is you might have a little bit of a personality change, or you might just vomit and die. High risk, high reward, as we say in the biz. So we're gonna see a lot of unique personalities and how ripping out these bolts has affected the community. And you're also going to see how the pressure of
Like, why is the
control
Borderlands 4 destroy repent screenshot? Why is that huge and she's small right now?
Escape this and make
The only thing happening right now is that she's talking. She should be full screened. There's not like a video playing. There was a GIF looping, but the GIF went away. Oh.
And I'm going to ask this to both.
Okay, here we
April
go.
and Nick here.
See, this is what it should
April,
be.
Talk about who they are, and Nick, maybe give us some new
They heard
tidbits
me.
on gameplay. Let's start with Vex the Siren. She's not your typical Siren.
She's not. Vex is a bit.
She's
newer
got
to
black
the
hair.
siren powers.
That's not siren
And
colors.
She didn't always have a lot of the best situations growing up.
Wait, no, Amara
She
has
knows
black
that
hair.
A lot of bad things happen.
Because
in
Lilith
the
has
human
red hair,
person.
and Maya has
with
blue
this sort of
hair.
awakening of her siren powers, she can.
But then
find
Amara
peace
had
with
black
them.
hair.
And where that sort of manifests. For
She can be
her,
incarnate,
it's a
she can be
little
dead
spooky, a
ringer,
little
or she can be
cool.
phase
And if you're gonna,
familiar.
You know, kick some bad guys in the teeth. You might as well do it with a bunch of Reapers and a big kitty cat.
She gets wings? They fly now?
Like you already said, she's definitely the spookiest siren we've ever had. She's the first siren that can physically manifest physical beings into existence, right? Like you saw her phase cat Trouble. She can summon Reapers and Specters, which is her third action skill that we'll talk about in a little bit. And she's also the first siren who focuses a lot on kinetic damage. She can actually switch between all the elements, but there's a heavy hook there for those of you who enjoy like lifesteal or draining the souls of your enemies. So that's pretty cool.
Nah, I'm pretty content with all the elements at my disposal, personally.
From the first day I saw our cat in the game, it was named Trouble. Like, there wasn't a placeholder name.
Nope.
I wrote, I was like, that shouldn't change. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
I don't know, Nick. Where
Is
did
that a
come
question from the community?
So
Are these
Graham, the
framed as
creative
community
director,
questions, or are those going to be
always told me that
later?
Every good witch has a good.
Because he was like, we have some
fighter's eye,
questions
a good
here,
cat
but these
familiar.
aren't from people.
And I have a good cat familiar at home too. His name is Trouble, and I just kind of put it in the game. I'm like, I'm gonna name him after my cat.
All the
So,
cosplayers
it just
should
kinda
get a free
stuck, and
question
I'm
because
pretty
they went through the
happy
effort of
about it.
cosplaying.
Hey, Nick, let me
The
ask
real
you this.
trouble.
Do you think we could get your other cat's name in a Borderlands game?
My other cat's named Nisha.
Okay, fair.
So, already taken.
All right, let's dive into Rafa. His backstory is really
Good thing
wild.
H.P. Lovecraft isn't developing this game.
So Rafa grew up in
Meow.
microgravity, and this had a permanent effect on his bones, his muscles, his organs. So he would struggle to live.
Yeah, I
in
like
the
how
world,
this guy
sort of
sucked in the
isolated,
trailer.
and he
Everyone's
has
like, that
got
guy
a
sucks,
lust
and they
for
put a
life.
robot
He's
hat on
out
him.
there and doing
They're like, oh
things.
crap.
So along
Nobody
comes
likes this
Tedior,
character. Put a
and
robot
gives
head
him
on him.
this exosuit.
Oh, he's a robot
And
guy. Okay, now I like him.
Because Tedior's gonna Tedior, he could
And he's
die at any
Tedior?
moment.
He's Mr.
The suit
Tedior,
could
dude.
Kill him.
Mr.
So
Tedior cameo.
ironically, the thing that gave him the ability to explore
I'm
the
proud to
universe
announce
and
that I
the
flew
world
to
and, like, how
Gearbox
to save
secretly
life
and
is
recorded
also
all the
the thing that
dialogue
could
for
kill
Mr.
him. But he
Tedior.
just rolls with it. He lives every
And I'm
moment to the
leaking this to
fullest.
you now.
He's playful and energetic
Epic leak.
and charming, and he's really kinetic as like a vault hunter. And that's really reflected in his dialogue. I mean, he's so charming that even the enemies have things to say about that. And I think that like fluidity of his movement, you can really
He's got
see that in
charming
his
dialogue?
entries and his action skills.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, if charisma could kill, he used that as a weapon, but unfortunately, it doesn't do much. So instead, he has.
I mean, in the
energy
Borderlands
blades, he's got
tabletop
laser
game,
guns,
charisma's a
he's
stat,
got
right?
shoulder
Or is it? I don't know.
cannons that
I own it, but I still haven't
fans
played
at
it.
home already spotted
I
in
still
the
haven't
previous
found a
trailer.
group of people
And,
who's willing
yeah,
to
he's
play the
easily our most
Borderlands
agile,
tabletop game with me.
Vault Hunter to date, and we're really excited for folks to equip some energy blades and get slicing.
All right, and Harlow is also an interesting character in
Harlow.
science, technology, but has a connection to a well-known Borderlands family.
She's got tubes.
So, as
She's
some
the
of
tubes
you
one.
Rowdy Wonderful fans noticed, Harlow is
Rowdy
part
and
of
wonderful?
the
Wow.
Trant family.
Oh, great.
And you can imagine if you heard that 40 to 50 times a day, you would also pick up a book on theoretical
I
physics.
farmed that guy. I
And
know.
So Harlow is joyful and brilliant, and she's got 5 PhDs, and she has this force of will and this drive. And why not use all that brains and that creativity to just bend gravity to your will?
Yeah, I mean, scientists.
So she
love to
has
learn new
phase lock
things,
now,
especially when
and
that
not the
means,
siren?
imploding or exploding your enemies. New ways to do that, right? We've already seen her, destruct in this giant apparatus that fires like a disco ball of destruction. It's pretty cool. She can lift her enemies and slam them into.
She
the
has
ground.
5
She even
degrees
has
from
quite a few gadgets
CGNU
that we haven't quite
Online
shown you guys yet, but
University.
they're pretty sweet.
All right.
Now I'm
And,
authorized to perform marriages in the state of
He's apparently
Kanzanica.
a part of a
Amon?
Vault Hunter
They got
worshiping
Amon?
clan, or Vault Monster worshiping clan. Tell us about him.
From the Legend of
I will
Korra.
tell you that if you are going to worship vault monsters and decide to open a vault, that's not going to go well. And so, unfortunately for Amon,
Why not?
He lost his entire family. He lost his spouse. He lost his friends, his community.
Oh no, his whole family
and
died. That's
he
sad.
sort of harnesses this deep grief.
Is
to
Lilith part of
decide,
his
well,
family?
You know what?
Was he
Someone-
related
a
to
vault
Lilith?
monster
Did
took
Lilith
something
die?
from me, so I'm going to kill every last one of them. And he is a big
Vault monsters
beefy
aren't like a
daddy.
problem anymore
But-
because in new Tales from the Borderlands,
I will say
those
there's
3
also this
morons killed a
really
vault monster with
beautiful
quick time
warrior
events. You don't even have to have like a gun to do it.
and he wants to find community.
You can
and
just kill them with a
connection.
telltale quick time
He's
prompt. So they shouldn't even be an
single-minded
issue anymore.
Focused on literally and figuratively forging his body into a weapon.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
he's got a
other
robot
than
arm.
Forging his body, he also has what we call forge drones that live in his spine.
What are these circles? Why
the
does
side of his
power
arm.
armor always
He
have that
is literally
circle
able
on
to
it?
psychically control them
What does
and
that do?
manifest them into all kinds of weapons. I mean,
Everybody
he's got a
always
sword,
has
he's
that.
got
Why
an
do they
axe,
have
he's got
that?
a hammer, he's got a shield, he's got a spear, he's
I
got
wonder.
a whip.
This is a long list.
He's got everything that you might expect from a sci-fi Viking because that's pretty, it's.
Does he have a
it's kinda
boat?
Great.
Can he have a
Randy, let's
Viking
focus on
long
the
ship?
planet Kairos a little bit. What can players expect as they're traversing this world?
Oh yeah. Well, look.
I want to set sail like in Mountain
if you're
Blade.
Like a human living on Earth, and you want to like go someplace safe. Kairos sucks.
They should have made the Borderlands
Fucking
movie about
dead. Like,
Kairos.
everything will kill you out there. If you're a Vault Hunter, it's awesome because
Dude, say badass. Come on, man.
Dudes and take their
He
loot.
said everyone except
It's
badass so
also
far.
Unbelievably amazing.
Say it,
There's
say it, say it,
incredible
say it.
vistas and the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and a range of different atmospheres. Now, some parts are pretty locked down. You know, the Timekeeper did get a hold of this place, and he's got his tamed center of the planet where he commands and controls everything.
Yeah, it's
but out
one
in the
planet this
wilds,
time, which
it's
I think is
nuts.
better.
And also even in that
Because the
area,
ship
it's
in
not safe
Borderlands 3
unless
added
you
nothing.
are, you know,
All the
on
ship
side of
did
the
was
war.
suck.
So, for a Vault Hunter, it's
Because
just
you can visit a bunch of different worlds, and the only new
this
biome
is
we
the
have is like a
biggest
city
by
one,
far,
and the rest is just like
universe that we've
stuff
built.
that was in Borderlands 2 already, which is already on one planet.
Just you see something in anywhere on the screen.
Because it's not a Star
up in
Wars
the
planet
sky,
where it has one
you'll
biome
be
for the
able
whole
to-
thing. Pandora in Borderlands, and in Borderlands 1 is desert, but in Borderlands 2 it has every single biome.
We have
So you
dynamic
can just
weather
keep it on one
systems.
planet and
Walk
not
us
have a
through
dumb
what
ship that
players can
sucks.
expect.
Yeah, and Kairos, there will be a myriad of different storms, from rain to thunder to snow and dust. They won't have a direct impact on gameplay, like your damage isn't going to increase or decrease because you're in rain, but you will have
It should.
obscurity. You
Zelda
see
did it.
something
Zelda
that
made
others
rain
can't
annoying. Come on.
see. So,
If Nintendo's allowed to do it,
prepare
anybody can do it.
and go out and kick some butt.
And Kairos is huge. You know, this is a fun place to explore. We're going to have story missions all over the place, but there's other things that you can do in the world.
like that Psycho
Grant, walk
Robo
us through
Crab.
some
He's
of those
good.
as well.
As players go through Kairos, they will have a myriad of things to kind of encounter, ranging from dynamic world bosses to NPCs that need help. All of these are just like loot chases, so anytime you do any of these, you'll be rewarded with good loot and like a loot chest and stuff. So be sure to stop and help the locals.
The game will have
Spawn
quests.
and try to fight the bosses that try to kill you.
And Randy, in our State of Play showcase.
Maybe it's PAX doing this. Maybe it's not Gearbox running the live stream. Maybe it's PAX running the live stream and PAX sucks.
Plural. Yes, there are vaults. Yes. you want me to give it all up right now?
Yeah, tell me the whole story.
I'm a former journalist. I got to do it.
Go back to Game Informer, Reiner, please.
As I just said, Kairos is huge. How are we getting around?
Well,
I liked when you would
can
go
do
on
what you used to do,
replay.
Run and walk, and but there's a whole lot of new stuff. You could jump, of course, and you could double jump, and you could climb, and you could glide.
Can I clamber?
You could grapple.
Is
And
there
one of the-
Uncharted
we've
climbing?
had some big environments in the past, but we've always, when we've wanted to traverse longer distances, you've gone to a vehicle station and gotten in your truck or your car or whatever you're into. We kind of came up with this idea, like, what if I can just use Digistruct technology to bring my personal vehicle to me at any time, anywhere? And it's awesome. Like, I can just get on a bike and cook. And
Stop
there's
saying
so many
cook.
cool chassis and
That's-
tons of customizations that you'll collect.
You can
and
just
loot.
cook.
And it's
I'm gonna say that
fun.
every time I spawn in the
That-
bike. I'm gonna be, let's
that's
cook,
not
chat.
Cool enough for you, then you can grapple too. And go,
Time to cook.
That's fun.
We're cooking.
There's a lot of ways to get around.
And I've spent a lot of time reading feedback from the State of Play. And one thing people are honing in on is the compass. And there's also, this legacy of a mini map. Why do you think the compass is the way to go here for Borderlands 4?
Because it looks like Skyrim.
I am. I'm giving you the hard one. Yeah.
All right. Well, look,
That's the hard
here's
one?
the deal. You guys haven't played the game yet. Obviously, when we did Borderlands 1, we didn't have a mini map, and we added it in Borderlands 2. And we noticed that there's some people online going like, wait, we haven't seen a mini map in what you've shown so far. What's going on there?
That's not me. I didn't notice at all.
I'll tell you the deal, and I'll just be straight with you.
I don't care.
We made a big freaking world, and a lot of the things you do can be local space, but a lot of the things you do or want to do are out there. And a local space map is not a good way to navigate when you're thinking about objectives and opportunities.
It is, though.
Several at the same time that might be miles away. And
No,
a
but you
compass
still need a
really
local
helps us do
map.
that. The other thing that the team really wanted to
That's
commit
not
to,
a good
these
reason
guys
at
are
all. You
awesome.
still need a local
They
map, because
wanted
if
to
you're like,
push
where's the
boundaries
door?
inside
You need the
the
mini map
environment.
to tell you.
Instead of just a single flat plane, they embraced a lot of verticality. You're going to have more verticality in.
Is it going to be like
I've
a
never seen
pause
before.
menu 3D map? Is it going to be
By
one of those?
far. And when you have a layered environment, a top-down two-dimensional view is extremely confusing. But
You can have a
the
3D
compass
mini map. They've done
arrows
it.
that tell you if things are
I've
up
seen
or
'em.
down, or you have a much better sense of spatial awareness.
No, you
And
don't.
we want you to play
You have
the
better
game
awareness
and
with no
not
map.
Play the map. So we
But
made a commitment.
okay,
and we
that's wrong.
put all
They
of
just
that
didn't feel like putting it in.
into this compass system. And you still have the big map. It's one click away. And we've put more cool stuff in there than we've ever done before. We even have like an AI-driven kind of navigation.
Remember when
system
Starfield came out and had no
GPS
mini map, and everybody
on the
said,
big map
"What
to
are you
show
doing?
the
Put a
line
mini
where
map
you
in
can
this?"
go. And there's even
Remember
an
that?
in-world companion Echo bot that has some features there that'll help you navigate. And there's a lot of tools that help you navigate. And
Isn't the
look,
Starfield
we're
minimap
good
3D?
thinking about things in the future, but play the
I think
game
it is.
first and understand the choices we've made. And I think you'll see and understand when you realize how big this world is.
Skyrim, Compass,
how
and
playing the game
Minimap
in
can
the
both
world
exist in the
instead of-
same HUD. I'm not convinced by that answer.
You just mentioned Echo 4.
That's just
New
dumb.
little companion, adorable little robot. April and Grant, I'd like to dive deeper into the.
I didn't even notice, though. I didn't notice there was no minimap until he mentioned it. Then I said, yeah, why is there no minimap? Then he explained it. And I was like, oh, that's stupid. I didn't care before,
helpful,
but now I want
very,
one.
Very cute robot, and the animation team at Gearbox is extraordinary, and the work that they put into to make him emote and have this really sweet personality. And I'm going to lean forward and I'm going to look at you, and you're going to look at me. I know you don't want to die and fight for your life. I understand that, but I need you to do it just once to see absolutely how sad Echo 4 gets when you die. So if you could just do it once for me, that's all I'm asking. But he not only just does a little robot tear when you cry, he's also actually a very helpful tool in the game, I guess.
Yeah, Echo 4 also controls a lot of your HUD, including giving you options to upgrade your SDUs. They also provide your rewards. So those that didn't want to talk to Lilith for the third
Hey.
time, you can now have your rewards delivered straight to you from Echo 4.
But the whole quest is about
customize it
searching
too, right?
for her,
Yeah,
though.
you can have plenty of customizations for Echo 4.
The whole
So
story
many.
is
Too
searching
many.
for
Yeah.
Lilith.
We can't tell you all of them, but there might be some hats involved.
Yeah.
And it's a and it's
Hopefully you only
companion
talk to her in the end
navigation
cutscene and she
AI,
immediately
so
dies.
If
That'd be
you get
good.
lost, just your buddy will help you. Yeah.
Grant and Nick, let's dive into our guns. What can we expect from our manufacturers this time?
Does it
around?
have
In
guns?
this game?
There's a few.
Wait a minute.
They're just a little bit.
2 hands this time. Yeah.
We have 5 returning favorite manufacturers: the Jacobs, Maliwan, Vladoff.
Parts
Team
only
Ford.
from Atlas, Cobb, and
Those are our 5
Hyperion?
returning favorites, and then we have 3 brand new ones: the Ripper, Daedalus. and
Not
Rotor.
Hyperion.
Yeah, and I mean, and we also have ones that are parts only, right? I mean, we got the Hyperion with the shields, COV, so you can make any gun into a heat gun, and then Atlas, so you can, shoot that sweet tracking dart and go blasting, right?
Yes, there's nothing more satisfying.
There's
than
going to be a
only
referential
Ford.
Talk to Lilith joke quest. I'll accept that. As long as they also put Hawk Tua
Hyperion
in.
guns
Put
are
in
all
Hawk
useful.
Tua, and all is forgiven.
Stop.
Give me a Hawk Tua
My
quest.
shield
They
on
make
my-
good parts.
I want
Yeah.
my shield on my Maliwan elemental gun. That's what I want.
April, this is a community question. They're asking.
Yeah,
for
add
doll
Chicken
guns.
Jockey. Put in
So,
Chicken Jockey,
Kairos
please.
has been locked off for like thousands and thousands and thousands of like Earth years, right? So nothing really gets in and out with ease. So they're sort of at the mercy of what ship crashed and what parts might be available. So Borderlands is a big, massive universe, so I promise you we probably haven't seen the last of Doll. But I will say, just enough Doll parts did fall. Echo 4 is Doll. So, hey, we gave you a little sweet Doll Echo buddy, so.
Also,
Grant,
the
how do
CEO of
license
Tedior
parts work?
died
This
in
could
New
also be a
Tales.
community
Spoilers.
question. I've
So,
seen people asking
Mr.
what-
Tedior can
what
now be the
agency they
true
have
CEO and
for
take up his rightful
Yeah, so
mantle.
licensed
They still
parts
haven't given me the
are a
call
way
to
of
come voice act
describing
Mr.
behaviors
Tedior,
from
but
all
I'm
the
expecting it any
manufacturers that
second
we have
now.
from Borderlands 3 and the ones that we
I know they will.
Borderlands 4. So because there are so many behaviors in the game now, we wanted to make sure that guns drop these behaviors in a kind of tiered fashion. There's no crafting in the game. Players can't modify or craft their guns to have specific licensed parts. They're just drops in the world, and the way they drop is on a
Yes,
tiered
I can.
system.
It's called the
From
Hex
common all the way
Editor.
to legendary, there's different
I've been using it for years to give myself a B shield.
Epics having the most behaviors, and legendaries having one less behavior, but having their own unique behavior.
And can every gun have a TDR part that lets you throw it?
Every gun can have a TDR part that could be thrown.
Wow. Dude, those yellow
Most
robots are
guns
good. I like
have
them.
Something called an underbarrel. This
The
is
Timekeeper's yellow
not something
robots
new to
that
the
turn into
series, but
haze
hopefully
goo when
you
they
get
die.
to
Like
have
that guy right there,
examples.
that's gonna be a
give us
good
some
guy.
examples.
I'm gonna
one
like
of the
them.
favorite things from Borderlands 3 was
Not because they're cool, because they look like haze.
This time around, we're taking
This
it up
guy's a
notch.
real meat eater.
Vladoff will
I
again
can't
has
believe
the
these robots are
rockets.
carnivores. That's so weird for
Those-
robots to be like
technology
that.
has now been licensed by other manufacturers too, so that you can have versions of micro rockets, such as the Jacobs having a micro rocket knife that is attached to the underbarrel of their gun, and they can fire it and it does an exploding shot. This can be coupled with other licensed part behaviors like a TDR thing, so when you throw a Jacobs gun with an underbarrel Vladoff, it'll have shooting micro rockets while flying in the air.
Wow.
That's just awesome. Grant, let's go into enhancements. That's another thing. Like you're going to be kind of
Yeah.
want to round up, specific manufacturers.
Enhancements, they come back in the form, they were called artifacts in BL3 and we're calling them enhancements in BL4. They're a way to modify the play style. So if you really favor a manufacturer like Jacobs and you want to have that crit behavior that kind of ricochets the bullet, you can have that on another gun that has a Jacobs license part with the Jacobs
What?
enhancement, so that now a Torg with a Jacobs license part can now ricochet their sticky gyrojets on other targets.
I guess that'll make sense when I
Eagle
play
Eye
the game.
community saw something that looks like set bonuses. There's airstrike there. What is that?
Yeah, so for the first time ever, we're adding.
I'm not the eagle-eyed community.
firmware, which is
I see
our
the UI. I'm like, what am I
in-game
looking at
system,
here? What is
and
this?
It's one of our in-game systems to help.
Does anybody know what this is?
The power of the gear, and as you can see in this screenshot, there's 3 parts to it, and if you can get all 3 parts, you get a big damage or utility increase.
That sounds like gears, like sets to me. That sounds, yeah.
Might be.
Might be.
Previously, heavy weapons took up a gear slot, but this has been changed in BL4. How much variety will players find in this new system?
None.
Ordnance
We removed all the variety. There's no more variety. We got rid of it.
Grenades and heavy weapons. We no longer want players to kind of hold on to rocket ammo and wait till like one encounter and just pull out their big rocket launcher. Now players can use their heavy weapon, which is on the cooldown, and we can balance that accordingly so that big moments where they want to pull out a big laser beam or a rocket launcher or a chain gun, they can use it and mow down enemies and don't feel like they have to hoard that.
So is launcher not a type anymore? Is launcher like the heavy gun now?
We wanted to make sure that
I don't know.
grenades kept their massive impact that they had in previous Borderlands games, but without being able to spam them constantly so that we had to balance them down to be really low damage or something like that. So now you can literally throw nuclear bombs with different behaviors because, again, they can have licensed parts too. So you can have like an artillery grenade that summons like a giant nuclear bomb. So
Also on cooldowns.
also on cooldowns.
Yeah, so that's a big shift.
Yes.
Shift? Shift?
Community. How
Oh,
will
here we go.
shields and grenades work?
Community
So
question.
Grenades I just explained.
Who
the
asked
shields,
that?
We're also amping them up too. We're adding a new
Who's-
shield type called armor.
Who did it?
And that's
Which one of you in the community asked that question? How do shields work?
We wanted to promote that kind of offensive gameplay. So if you're
What a great
running
question
down
by
and
the eagle-eyed
jumping into-
community.
into combat, your shield.
How
your
do
armor shield
shields
has a chance
work?
of regenning, in combat, so that you can be more offensively focused.
I haven't really played those
this
sci-fi
Borderlands
games since
game
Halo came out. How's that
brings more
work?
variety to the characters than ever before.
Oh,
Our
there it
Vault
is.
Hunters.
It said badass.
What can we expect from those builds?
I'm sorry, it was me.
should
I just
be
don't get it. Yeah, come on,
the
man.
most
It's so
diverse
obvious.
builds we've ever seen. The skill trees are like 2 to 3 times, I think, anything we've ever done before. We have what's called like a trunk and then branches that let you specialize more than you've ever been able to do.
Look at that
And,
tree.
It's not only my goal that I want to have a Vault Hunter be able to have a unique build for every tree. I want them to be like unique per branch. I want you and your friend to have the same action skill and have meaningfully different builds. And there is more than enough in this game for you.
That's good.
So we could all have trouble, all 4 of us.
Yeah.
But they're all performing very
Completely
differently.
different.
That's so cool. Randy, these Vault Hunters, I know you love them. What can players expect?
I mean, they're the best ones.
Was that a community question?
Look, I'll tell you, this is the simplest way I can talk about our Vault Hunters. My biggest customer is my wife. She loves Borderlands, and when we make her happy, it's a good day for me. And
Can you explain how health works?
And
How do I move in this game?
There's usually one Vault Hunter.
What is the
where
shoot
I'm like,
button
this
in
is
Borderlands?
definitely going to be Christie's Vault Hunter, and I put a huge amount of personal English on that character. This one's going to be challenging because there are at least 3 that have some variations in builds that are exactly right up the alley of what I know my wife loves, and that's just like a tilt on it. For my own choices, there's 2 that I'm probably just going to be flipping back and forth between. There's more. I think there's more for every player than there's ever been before because
He's got a
of
4 on his coat. He's just sitting. If he turns around, you'll see it. If he does a magic trick, we'll see it. I want to see some magic.
But there's like
I wanna
layers
see the
and nuance
magician.
and subtlety that as you craft that character towards your own play style, you're going to find that, oh, this is me and I feel at home and comfortable, and we have more optionality than we've ever had before. So it's awesome, but it's going to be a tricky choice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be
Every
the
time I bring it
siren. That's who I'm
I
picking.
know.
Who do I want to play it?
Well, we've had
I
our,
always just go with the
regular play
siren
sessions
on
where
my
we're
playthrough,
bouncing
so
around too, and
not tough for
that's
me.
Evidenced by, like, it's just all really fun.
I like having all the elements at my
Nick, let's go a little
disposal.
deeper on this, showing Vault Hunters and gear working together. For this example, let's focus on Vex and crowd control.
Yeah, so I mean, the third action skill that Vex has is actually called Dead Ringer. We didn't show it off much in the state of play, but eagle-eyed fans have seen
That's from
a
TF2.
special version of Vex wielding a scythe. It's a charge skill that
No,
kinda
it's not.
lets
It's a
you
little
decide
clock
either
that the
Swan or
spy
Reaper, which will
carries,
taunt
and it goes,
enemies
ho, ho,
and
ho,
have
scout,
to
ho,
keep
ho,
off of
ho.
you, or to summon specters, which are the opposite, which they specialize in damage, but they're very fragile. So because of the fact
Can the
that
Vault
Vex,
Hunters
applies
damage
their
enemies?
elemental
The
attunement
community
to
is
whatever he
asking.
Summons, you can do something like have a Maliwan
Can the Vault
gun,
Hunters
Fire
jump
and
in this
cryo.
game?
You can switch to
Question from the
cryo,
community.
Make a Reaper, slow down the enemies.
I like the
all
questions
around
from
you,
the
so that way
community
they're,
being the
stay a
most
safe
obvious
distance,
thing.
And then switch to fire.
Question for
and
the
just,
community. Will there be
spawn,
money in this
another
one?
2 specters behind them.
The
that'll
community
just light up the
demands to know,
enemies.
is there loots?
There's so much possibility.
Can I get loots in this one?
Elemental gameplay. It's really exciting.
What is a
Put those
gun?
anywhere on the battlefield,
Explain
right?
the concept of a
Absolutely,
gun.
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
little
yeah.
unclear
And by the
as to
way,
what this
there's
means.
at least one class mod that will let you actually pass on your gear to Spectres, which is always pretty exciting.
That's awesome. Grant, we talked in the State of Play.
Level up your
showcase
gear
about
game, guys. Level
gear
it up with
balance,
Butterfingers
the
Salted
rarities
Caramel.
mattering again.
Butterfingers
Legendaries
Salted
mattering
Caramel is
again.
sponsoring Borderlands,
What
but
did
they
we do?
didn't
What else
sponsor
have we
me,
done to improve
so
the
I gotta do it for
features?
free. Go buy the
because
all-new Butterfingers
Gear
Caramels
now has so many
Butterfingers.
behaviors, and they ramp up and they escalate in the amount of things that can
Reading their
happen. We
PR
wanna
copy
make
is
sure
very
that we
funny. It's
adjust the
like,
complexity
Butterfingers is all about the
100%
extreme, so there's no better fit than
so
Borderlands. Like, what are you talking about, Butterfingers?
So that when players are playing the
You're
game,
all
they
about
feel a natural
extreme?
progression
What do you-
of like,
what do you
okay,
mean?
I'm adding more
You're a
things to my
candy
gear,
bar.
I'm adding more things to my gear, so that when they go and express themselves in the combat battlefield, they're not, just being mysteriously overwhelmed with so many things.
I kind of want to try that Butterfinger, though.
Because of that,
They should send me one. Come
legendaries
on, do it.
now have legendary power.
Send me a Tiny Tina's G
Strong,
Fuel and a
colorful
Borderlands
moments,
Butterfingers.
rare moments that when you
I wanna
open
try
a
it.
red loot chest or you kill a super rare
Is there
boss,
going to be a Borderlands 4 G Fuel flavor? I mean, Tiny Tina Wonderlands had a G Fuel, and who cares about that at all?
So
So, there will probably be a Borderlands 4 G Fuel, right?
feel every single
I wonder what flavor it'll be. Butterfingers flavors?
Are legendary.
Will it be flavored like Butterfinger?
Let's spoil one. Let's give the community one of them. What can we expect?
One of the legendaries that drops from one of the major bosses in the game is called Ruby's Grasp. And Ruby's Grasp is, if you've seen the State of Play showcase, there's a boss with lots of hands, and Ruby's Grasp is just one that just won't let enemies get away. So,
By the way, did you clock the little subtlety there? It dropped from that boss. Does that mean dedicated drops from bosses?
What?
yes.
That's crazy. I did not clock that subtlety.
The game will ship.
He cooked with that one. I gotta admit.
The whole game.
He cooked.
Every boss, every mini boss will have dedicated drops.
When he cooks, he cooks.
Randy, I'm going to throw you the last question here about co-op. And
Is it from the community?
Yes.
Oh, there was the hunt. Hey, bring the hunt back. Is the hunt going to be like an official thing now, not like fan organized?
What have we done?
Was it ever official?
This time?
Co-op is a religion to us. Here's the thing. It's so awesome that Borderlands is freaking killer when you play alone. And we know a lot of people, they just want to do their own
That's
thing. They don't want
me.
anybody else messing with them.
I play the
Borderlands
game
4 is
alone in
awesome.
my room.
But if you like co-op, it is...
I have no friends to play with me. I do like that they have couch co-op. It's very good.
System, so it's easier than ever to
Thank
connect
God
with
somebody
people,
still cares about
easier than
couch
ever to
co-op.
get into
Who knows if
the
it's
co-op
actually like
game.
playable?
And it's
But they
drop in,
tried.
drop out.
Is
And
Daz
you
low?
want
Look,
them
you're
to
dancing next
play
to
for
Randy.
3
Wow, that's a
hours,
good
and then
subscription.
You can start co-op. No, just get in. from
You're
the
right
get,
next to Pitchford himself.
And people can drop in and drop out. And
yes, there is new screenshots for thumbnail art. Don't worry. The next press kit was much better than the previous press kit.
Like binding people together. What happens if like I go running off a million miles in one direction, my buddy goes off running? You can do that. You can do that. We don't care. Have at it. Have fun. Oh, but I want to get together again. Instant team fast travel.
What is
I
a
can fast
couch?
travel to any of my friends.
How do I sit
Instantaneously,
down?
No matter where they
If
are.
I want to play the game,
It's cool. It's freaking cool.
how do I do it?
And no load times there either. It is.
Wow.
Just get into it. And
Is
look,
there a
here's the
glider?
thing.
Is
For
there
me,
Zelda
you know,
gliding?
like, I'm
I think there
in
is,
the
right? Didn't
game.
they show that in the
We're
trailer?
working- We're all working our asses
They have to
off,
have one.
And the game's gonna launch, and we're gonna be like working on patches and future downloadable content. And my wife's gonna be playing. And she's going to be like level 20 by the time I even like, okay, can I play with you? Dynamic level scaling.
Is the game world a real place? Is Kairos a real planet? Did you guys go to a real planet and research it to make this game? The community wants to know.
It's cool, and also instance loot. So when the loot drops, there's loot for me, and there's loot for her, and everybody's cool. And that's just like the beginning of our commitment to best-in-class co-op. We're leading the charge there.
Have you heard of the game Dolmen?
Other
Has
game
Gearbox considered
developers,
giving Massive
like,
Work
do it,
Studios
man. I
Dolmen?
love your games too, but frick,
They should
man,
buy
why
Dolmen.
Prominence co-op,
Buy that
prominence
studio
co-op,
and let them make Dolmen
giving
too.
out, like,
I
give
promise
to
it
us.
won't be
Do
worth it.
Co-op.
Well, that's it for
Yeah,
our
okay.
Q&A.
Here's
That's
the thing,
it.
you guys. I'm looking at the clock. I want to give some stuff away. Can we?
The community
can I
had
do
really
6
crappy
minutes?
questions,
Okay.
dude. The community's
Cool, 'cause I'm
questions
gonna take over.
suck.
Okay, so Here's the thing. So I know you guys sometimes like when I do a magic trick.
Yeah. Do it.
I'm not saying there won't be any.
Yeah.
Magic, but,
Yeah.
Because it might be, but you have to absolutely be convinced that this is fair.
That's what we're here for, baby.
Away,
That's what we're here for. Will he show the trick on camera? Will he? Last time we did a trick, it was deck of cards. And the deck of cards, you could see every card was marked. Let's see what this one is.
If you have a birthday today, come on up here.
It's me. It's my birthday.
Come up and join me right here. If it is your birthday today, and Will might check your driver's license or something, so don't lie.
You have to prove it's not a plant. Now I believe.
Holy crap, you're spending your birthday with us. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, 4. There it is. Look at that 4.
So
good stuff.
There's
okay, now PAX knows what they're doing. Why is the PAX live stream so bad when they're sitting motionless? But when he's like moving around, it's fine.
On the line, yeah, and face me.
You would expect it to be the opposite of that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about right for a crowd this size. That's what we expect. Thank you guys.
Show the cosplays.
Congratulations for having a birthday today, because one of you is going to get something cool. We don't know which one yet. We got to figure it out. Okay, so starting at the end, Will there's got a microphone. What's your name?
My name is Andres.
This is Andres, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Andres, what do you do for a living?
I'm an engineer.
An engineer.
All right. Okay. Engineer gaming.
The world more convenient, easier to use. The world.
All right. Riffing on the concept of engineer. Who was that? Oh, we got a secret edition.
I think we respect engineers, right? All right.
We got a 6th birthday boy.
Pass the mic. What's your name?
Trevor.
Trevor, what do you do, Trevor?
He's in Grand Theft Auto.
Engineer.
Wow.
Do a lot of
Engineer gang.
Split the vote. You're gonna split the vote. Pass the mic down.
I hope it's Jack Black. They got Jack Black in the middle there.
Elle, what do you do, Elle?
I'm a writer and editor for a pretty popular YouTube channel.
Ooh.
Oh, making content for us. That's cool. I dig that.
Obo Shoes Games?
I'm Chad.
Chad, what do you do?
Oh, Chad. Yeah, Chad.
I handle all your auto repairs.
Oh, boo. An insurance salesman.
All right. What's your name?
You denied my claim,
Neil,
Jack Black. How dare you?
I'm a technician and I help fix things, yeah.
Fixes things technician. All right, one more. What's your name?
Not as good as auto insurance.
Hi, Rich. What do you do?
I work in banking.
Oh.
A banker. Okay, it's up to you guys. All right. Engineer number 1.
I mean, obviously YouTube writer, right?
Engineer number 2.
YouTuber.
Streamer, creator, content person
yeah.
from YouTube, doing YouTube stuff. Oh.
Yeah, that's who we want.
Insurance.
No.
Technician. And banker. Dude, I think our insurance guy is the guy.
No, content was louder. Come on, Randy.
Can you come? Will's gonna take you backstage. The rest of you hang out because I got something for you guys too. But so like maybe hang out over here.
Is this sponsored by Progressive?
Yeah, here's what we're gonna do.
Is the new U car station sponsored by Progressive this time?
Over here, maybe somebody can. Yeah, you can watch. We're gonna give something away. We're gonna need a random number. Can we get our loot chests out? We're gonna open a loot chest. Let's get our loot. Come on out, loot chests. We're gonna get our loot chests.
Wow.
Out. And we're gonna open
Pick
a
your
loot
number.
chest, and we're gonna win a prize here. Now it could be any one of these loot chests, and you're gonna see that there's 100 loot chests that we're bringing on stage. We don't know which one we're gonna get. We're gonna get a random loot chest. And first of all, we're convinced that this was a random choice. You guys picked who's on stage. We now have to be convinced that we're going to pick a random loot chest. So our friend who's going to join me on stage.
This is a very complicated trick.
We're going to see what's in one of these loot chests. I'm going to use you guys to help me figure out which one of these loot chests are going to open.
I want to be one of Randy's assistants. That's what I want to do.
We're gonna do it again.
I would wear a Borderlands t-shirt and be his magic assistant for one of his tricks.
Okay, so
that'd be a life highlight for me.
Is gonna give us our number. We got numbers from 1 to 100. So do you guys want one of our engineers?
I guess. He's just kind of suggesting.
Our YouTube content person?
Yeah. Content. Our
technician?
Boo.
Or our banker?
Boo.
All right, let's start with our YouTube. I
yeah.
need a number between
content.
1 and 100. Actually, you know what? We'll do both the banker and.
Come on, content.
The first digit.
Get assaulted to Butterfingers.
What's the first digit? We're gonna 2. And what's the second digit banker? 29.
29.
Is there anyone in this room that doesn't believe that that was a randomly selected fair number?
Yeah, but what's it going to reveal, though? What is the trick here?
Absolutely convinced that 29.
Yeah, the more he says that
I
it's
saw a
truly
hand go
random,
up
the
over
more
there.
I'm convinced
I
it's
saw a
definitely
hand.
fake.
Stand up, skeptic. Stand up back there. You don't
If only I
believe
was
that
there.
29's random? You think that was a setup? You think they're stooges? You think they're in on this with us? Okay, you know what?
Oh, my God.
Give me some other number.
Oh, my God.
and we're
Randy.
gonna- just give me some other number. 8. Should we, and who, there was another U. Are we gonna add 8 or subtract 8? Okay, 1 in front of the 8.
Oh, there you go.
And the other person, are we gonna add
Now
18
I'm convinced.
or subtract 18? Subtract 18. What was the number we had over here? 29, and we're gonna subtract
Math with
18.
Randy.
That leaves us with 11. It's a really low number, but we got it up where it's right over here. Does anyone believe that number is not random?
What is it going to be, though? He didn't, like, predict what it's going to be.
That number is freaking random. How random is that?
What is,
okay?
like, I don't know what the trick
We're
is
gonna
yet.
go with 11. Where's our friend? Where's our friend?
What is the
who's our
trick?
contestant? Bring him up, bring him up, bring him up. Bring him up.
Is he, oh, is it going to be his
Don't run,
name?
don't run. Hi.
Is it going to say
about to win
insurance?
something.
Is it going to say progressive insurance inside of that
There's
11?
loot in every one of these chests. The audience has chosen for you. We're opening chest number 11. Okay? Before we change it, before we do it, are you confident that that's a random number, or would you like it to be made different somehow?
Pick a different one.
Okay, because it sounded random.
69.
We're all convinced,
69.
right?
Come on,
we're gonna
dude.
go
Come
to
on,
number
Chad.
11. Okay.
69.
Let's see what you get.
I got to go to PAX,
You guys
dude.
are
I got to
keeping
go to
this
PAX
honest?
for Borderlands 5. Is this going to be his name? Is that the trick?
What number 11 is? Let's see here. This is really cool.
It had a flap on the back.
This is a Stay Cool custom shirt.
What?
That has been customized by the artists of the Borderlands 4 team. It has been This is really cool. A custom shirt.
Okay, so it's going to have his name on it,
Do we
right?
have it? Can we get it from backstage?
'Cause they
We're
just-
gonna
they
give
just
her
wrote
this
it-
gift. This is one of one. This is a really cool. Look at Stay Cool. Here, hold that up. Show
How is that a
everybody.
trick? What's the trick?
And all the
You better
art on
blow me
there-
away, Randy.
All the art on there was drawn on. Yes, that's awesome. Now I know what you're wondering. You're wondering what could I have won?
How is this a
What
magic
could all
trick?
the other
Is
prizes
what I'm
be? You
wondering.
guys want to see what the other ones could have been? Go ahead. Let's turn them all around. Let's turn them around. What could you have won? Bro.
Okay, so the trick is that everything is Borderlands 4 except that.
Borderlands 4. You could have won months early a copy of Borderlands 4.
But
But this is better, right?
didn't he
This is
didn't he
better.
remove it from the middle?
That has been customized. Let's see here.
Didn't he like pull it out of the middle of that?
This is really cool. This is a Stay Cool custom shirt.
He peeled, what did he peel? He peeled something off the back of that. He peeled the thing that says Borderlands off the back of that flap.
We're going to see what number 11 is.
Yeah, see, there's the Borderlands ad.
Let's see here.
And he like scrunched, oh, it just folds down. Okay. The Borderlands ad folds down like a flap. So it's like, okay, it just folds down like a flap. That's why there's a weird line like in the middle. That's why the middle of these, that's why the loot chest is cropped strangely and aligned exactly dead center to those. All right. It's over, Randy. Caught you red-handed.
They're all Borderlands 4. You could have
Yeah,
won
see, they all have a perfect straight line on them, right down the middle.
months early a copy of Borderlands 4. But this is better, right? This is better. Wait a
That
minute,
is
what's
better.
this?
Oh, it had it inside. Oh my God. It better have his name on it.
Hold this up.
Have his name on it. That'd be good.
Can we get the lights out here? Can we get the flash? Yeah. Can you guys see that? There's something really faint on there. Let me see. I think these are UV light.
What?
Oh, look, that's a
A shift code?
some code.
A shift code?
That's
Okay.
Is that a shift code? Do you know what that means? Whatever that is for everyone in the room. And
Okay.
for you. And you wear this, anyone who can see that, and this glows bright as day outside when you're in the sunlight, because sun has UV. So take a
Ooh,
picture of
pre-prepared
that,
footage,
write it
nice.
down. This is the best shift code we've ever given out, you guys.
Wow.
So everybody grab it. This is like 75 golden keys in every single game. This
Whoa.
Is, I think there's like 25. Is it right? Is there more? Yeah,
It'd be
75
funny if
golden
Randy
keys and
dropped it
diamond
when he
keys.
pulled out the little paper.
There's like
He just dropped it.
like
Oh, crap.
25 diamond
Now they
keys.
know my trick.
This is insane, you guys.
I think the card trick was better.
Everybody in the room gets the best and yes, so congratulations. Happy birthday. Oh, and I got one more thing for you that we're gonna send you if you give us your and every one of you that has a birthday, we're gonna give you a collector's edition of Borderlands 4.
All right.
When it comes out. So please,
They get a
can you
claptrap,
all
maybe.
of their contact information. Get all of their happy birthday to you guys. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Yes. And by the way, that was sort of a foreshadow. And thank you to our helpers here with the loot chests.
Thanks for going to Walmart and buying all those transparent
This is
folder
a
sleeves.
foreshadow of something we're gonna do it. We're gonna have a shirt or a hoodie or something that anyone could buy that'll show up on our store, and it'll have a shift code on it.
Ooh.
So that everyone can kind of be like when I'm sharing the shift codes with people.
I want Randy's
Walking down the
jacket.
street, somebody goes, I know what that is, and they'll get the loot that you're gonna give them from your shirt. So
I want
that'll
that
be out
shirt.
later. So awesome.
That's a
you
good
guys.
idea.
Now we do have some time left.
More
And
magic.
We did it.
And there were some questions from the world. So we're gonna do the hard questions now.
Oh, real questions from real fans?
Noel.
Where are the questions
Waiting
at?
for those to come.
Noel?
Clock's ticking.
Hey, there we are.
Question. And Noel.
All right.
Did any of you guys, there were some people pulling questions from the line out there. Some of you guys, okay, we'll see.
Hopefully we could get to them. Let's fly through these.
Okay, we'll fly, speed round.
Grant, are Invincibles coming back?
Yes, to be announced in a later date.
Okay. That's a real question.
I want to know more about the end game.
Yes.
That was a movie where they fought Thanos.
We'll say more very soon.
He was like,
listen,
I
we're
will kill
gonna
you,
talk
Iron
more
Man.
about
But then
Endgame
Iron Man
soon,
killed
but,
him.
and in fact,
That was a
some
good
of
movie.
us are going on a press tour, and we're going to be showing some of that stuff.
Press tour?
And we have an event coming up.
That's
in
so many
June that
opportunities for Randy
we're
Magic.
affectionately calling our BFF event, and we're going to be kind of getting into some of that too. So, and we'll broadcast.
So many opportunities for Randy Magic, dude. Randy, please, if you're listening, Randy, I want to be your assistant. Please let me.
Grant, do overworld enemies respawn
Please let me be
without
your
save
assistant, Randy. I can help you make a Butterfinger
Yes,
disappear.
do respawn, just like in previous games.
He's gonna go on.
Timer.
He's gonna go on Joe Rogan. It's part of his press tour. Oh my God, Randy Pitcher on Joe Rogan to promote Borderlands. That'd be
little
amazing.
Machine you could use to just make the
That'd be
boss
great.
reset so that you can grind them again if you want to get that.
Be so
dedicated
awesome.
Drop.
Nick, will Badass Guardian rank make a return?
Yeah, there is an end game specialization system that it's going to be very similar to the Badass system in the past games.
Okay.
But it's actually going to have meaningful choices. It won't just be like put points into this, that, and the other thing to get like a flat bonus. There will actually be behaviors, and you will have to make some hard choices. But we'll talk about that a little more later.
Turns out we're talking about a lot of endgame.
Randy, I got a tough one for you here.
Oh, you got a spicy one for me?
I don't know the answer. I don't know.
Why
if
is
you
it
do.
always me that has to do the spicy ones? All right.
What will the game's price be?
Ooh.
Really now?
Get racked, Randy.
I'll tell you the truth. I don't know. And that is the truth. I'll hit it.
Whatever we can get away with.
It's an interesting time, right? We've got
Whatever whatever Call of Duty sells for is what they'll sell it for. It's just going to be the max they can get away with. That's all it is.
Where people want to,
That's just how it goes, dude.
Want to sell as many units as possible, and they want to be careful about people that are price sensitive. So there's some folks that
Wait a
want
minute.
to see prices go up, even the
Aren't
ones that
money-hungry
prices up.
corporations the bad
There's
guy
other
in
folks accepting
Borderlands?
The reality that
Isn't that the
budgets
bad
are
guy?
increasing, and there's tariffs for the retail packaging, and it's getting gnarly out there, you guys.
I think that
Borderlands
Handsome Jack
4
was
has
evil,
more than
actually.
twice
I'm just now
the
realizing.
development budget than Borderlands 3. More than twice. So the truth is, I don't know what the price is going to be. I do know that.
And don't forget, they
will be
lost all their money on
opening
Battleborn, so they don't have that much money.
TM, and that will be when the price
They
is
did lose
set.
like $1 trillion on Battleborn 10 years ago. They're probably still recovering from that.
Here's the philosophy we have. Whatever the price is, we're entertainers. Yes, we want to get more resources so we can make bigger and better games. There's a reason why Borderlands 4 is so awesome. It's because you guys showed up and supported Borderlands 3. And we had the budget, so we could more than double the budget and feel confident in that. And that's awesome. When the revenue comes in, we can spend it to make bigger games and better games. As artists, we want everybody to have it. You know, we want to make it as easy.
Battleborn is the original Concord, yeah. Before Concord was Concord. Battleborn Concorded all over the cord.
We want people to buy it so we have the resources to make more, but we want everyone who buys and plays a Gearbox game to feel certain that they got the better end of the bargain.
They do go on sale a couple years. Like Borderlands 3 goes on sale for like $4 now. So if you just wait 5 years, it'll be really cheap.
It might be the new price that like Nintendo and Microsoft.
Yeah, that's what he should have done, dude. He should have started with that. He should have been like, it's up to Nintendo and Xbox.
People, you know, at the publishing.
Just say that. Blame them.
Decide that. And if it is cheaper, then you know maybe we'll sell you that mini map that you guys want, but we'll develop later.
Yeah, mini map DLC.
I don't know.
Yeah, Starfield patch it in for free, Randy. Starfield patch in the mini map for free.
Or am I? I'm just kidding.
Randy, what have you done, Randy?
I'm just kidding.
You're giving Game Rant a field day.
I don't know.
What have you done, Randy? You made so many clickbait articles with that, Randy. So many articles like, Randy Pitchford confirms that minimap will cost $10 in Borderlands.
Fucking amazing, and it's worth it.
He spawned so many terrible clickbait articles with that one. Big blunder.
Kicked off stage yet? I'm just going to keep going until they
we can go.
Yeah, when do they kick them off?
Or they kick us out.
Oh, it's a lot more.
After us, so.
Oh, it's like 3 minutes more. Never mind. That's not a lot. That's
April,
doable.
What is Ordinite used for?
Ordinite.
Yeah, what is Ordinite?
Ordinite is
Fortnite?
sort of like the sister element to Iridium, and so
is it from Fortnite?
An opposite effect. Ordinite is used for a lot of different things in the game that we don't want to quite talk about yet, but I will tell you this, it is not a currency. So it is not a currency, I promise.
Yeah.
What is it then?
Explode shit in some ways.
Is it a grenade?
When we were in the room, and
what does it do?
One that actually named it, because I'm like, how cute is that? The Ordinite. The idea is that the Borderlands universe is much bigger than anyone thought.
Yeah, what about Dolmen? Can we find more sources of Dolmen? That'd be good.
And Ordinite is a part of that new larger puzzle that you didn't even know you were looking at. And we're excited to start peeling back those layers for everyone.
All right, peel it.
Nick, what will split screen look like, and how does it work?
Yeah, I mean, it's split screen. It's, you know.
Is it hot dog or hamburger?
What did you say, hot dog, hamburger?
Hot dog or hamburger style?
It's the,
that's the scientific
That's horizontal for the uninitiated.
It's horizontal.
Okay.
Or couch co-op out of the gate, or remote co-op.
I'm surprised it's not vertical for TikTok.
Like however you
That'd be
wanna
good
do
for
it.
TikTok streaming.
Who does that anymore? We do that. MFers.
Yeah, MFers.
And Grant,
Yeah,
what will
cook.
the rarity
He's
levels
cooking.
be?
You gotta interview Randy and ask about Dole Man. Yeah. We got some questions from the crowd. Will you bring back Dole Man?
There's your,
We nailed
there's
it.
your,
Make a
there's
Dole
your
Man,
gray,
Randy. Give me a new
there's
Dole
your
Man.
green, there's your blue.
I don't like how you're saying
There's
that, by the
your
way.
purple.
And then there's orange.
There's your orange. There's your
What? Hold on.
Randy Pitchford confirms that Puh
such a troll.
will be a new
Last
rarity
one
in
I'll ask
Borderlands
here.
4.
After collecting vault key fragments, can you repeat the same vault over and over again?
Yes, you can.
Rerun your vaults.
Yes, rerun your vaults.
Awesome.
There's spectacular loot hidden behind.
You do have to start the entire game over. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Randy Pitchford confirms.
That's it for us. but
Woo, you got through the questions.
I did.
Wow,
I
they
did. We got
cooked.
through it all, but
Yeah.
They cooked, dude.
Oh, you were standing there?
I'm like, come on, we gotta wrap it up. Let's go. Give a round of applause to everybody.
Thank you.
All right, that was good info.
Thank you so much.
I learned that guns will be
Really
in the game.
appreciate it.
Cheers, you guys.
All right, you all. Thank you. So, as Randy mentioned, we are hitting the road. Like, literally, Pitchford and Reiner and I are leaving this afternoon.
All right.
Going around the world on a trip. But we're
I thought
coming
it said
to a
Risk of
place
Rain
near you.
annoyed
In
collective.
June, on June 21st, we've got the Borderlands Fan Fest.
Borderlands,
event.
where is that?
Hi. Okay. We've got the Borderlands
I think I
Fan
heard what he
Fest event
said.
on June 21st. We're going to be going to Billy World, and that'll be coming up in July.
They're going to Australia?
In
Dang.
August, we're going to be at Gamescom.
I gotta go to
We're
one of
also
these,
gonna be at
dude.
PAX
What is
West
Billy
here in
World?
Seattle. And in October, we're going to be heading to
Billy
PAX
World.
Australia. So I'm looking forward to that. But if you're here, where you're going,
It's
is
in
up to
Shanghai.
you all
Okay, I
to
won't
get
be
that
at Billy
poster signed. We're
World.
going to be hanging out up there doing autographs.
Probably won't go to that
So
one.
please come
Probably won't
say
go to
hi
PAX
us.
West. Where
We'd
is
love to say hi
Gamescom?
to you. And
Where's
we're gonna do
Gamescom
one
at?
more run of a trailer. All right, thanks you all. Let's hit the trailer.
Oh, Jeff Keighley streams Gamescom. I gotta. Oh, that's in Germany. Oh my god, I'm not going to any of these, dude. I'll never go to Billy now. Oh, here's a trailer. Okay, let's watch a trailer for Borderlands. Just kidding, I already did. There we go, Borderlands 4. It looks good. I'll play it. It looks fine. It seems like it'll be Borderlands 3, but less annoying. So that works for me. I'll probably play it for like 300 hours when it comes out. So tune in for that. Sponsored by Butterfingers.